Techno gamers spent years building a digital empire with 50 million subscribers, only to have it vanish in a single day. A hostile hijacking pulled his entire career into a physical world crisis with no easy recovery button. The antagonist, a Mumbai boss known as Mr. M, presented a single, absurd demand for the channel's return. The target was a fully functional Formula One race car, kept under heavy guard in one of the most secure garages in the city. A vehicle like this isn't something you can just hotwire and drive away. To bridge the gap between a screen and the street, the creator mapped the heist out like a game's tech tree. The final objective was locked behind 3 mandatory prerequisites: blueprints for the facility, high-octane fuel for the engine, and a way through the digital security layers. While the logic was digital, the environment was very much alive. There are no checkpoints in a high-rise office building, and if a jump or a turn goes wrong, there are no respawns. Faced with an overwhelming, life-altering threat, the creator began treating the extortion attempt as a series of winnable levels. It was an attempt to turn a panic-inducing crisis into a manageable, step-by-step checklist. Level 1 focused on the first node, Intel. To get the garage blueprints, the operative had to reach the 44th floor of a fortified corporate office without alerting the building's security detail. Bypassing the front desk required a classic social stealth mechanic, the disguise. By donning the uniform of an office butler, the operative effectively vanished. Security guards tend to watch for intruders, but they rarely look twice at the people serving the coffee. Even a perfect disguise has limits. Physical progression stopped at a target room secured by military-grade encryption. Without the right key, the only way forward was through a digital exploit. This is where Glitch, the guy in the chair, became the operative's primary interface. She provided the real-time data and the 4-digit bypass code, 2567, acting as a remote guide for an operative who was essentially flying blind. In this environment, the butler's uniform proved more effective than any high-tech camouflage. Bypassing the security floor was a matter of blending into the background of a busy office, giving the guards exactly what they expected to see. This offshore oil rig provided an isolated, highly exposed environment for the next objective. The team needed specialized high-octane fuel, and this platform was the only place to get it. The mission shifted when a human variable, the ally named Afat, flipped the script. His betrayal turned a simple retrieval into a hostile recovery operation, forcing the mission to transition from stealth to an active pursuit. Tracking a stolen asset across a massive map is a staple of digital design. Here, the team used a physical GPS tracker to maintain a visual on the target, turning the city into a live updating objective marker. Moving through the Mumbai streets introduces a level of constant friction no game engine can perfectly replicate. Pedestrians, gridlock, and unexpected lane changes create a physical barrier that fights against the speed of the pursuit at every turn. When the plan encountered a double cross, the objective remained the same, but the methods had to shift. The operative had to move instantly from the patience of a fetch quest to the high-stakes pressure of a recovery. Reaching the luxury supercar garage marked the final level. The difficulty spike was immediate, moving from public streets to a private facility designed specifically to keep people out. This view of the security control room illustrates the challenge. 8 guards on overlapping patrols and a CCTV network with no blind spots. It was a total visual lockdown of the target area. Glitch found a 120-second gap during a shift change, opening a solitary path to the car. Once there, the operative had a 10-second window to use code 2567 and bypass the lockout before alarms re-engaged, functioning like a high-stakes QuickTime event. Success at the final stage didn't come from firepower or speed. Rather, it was the result of a digital exploit and a physical timetable being executed in perfect synchronization. The bypass held. With the F1 car finally under his control, the operative cleared the facility, transitioning immediately into a high-speed evasion to put distance between the asset and the authorities. This extraction was possible because the team treated every obstacle as a solvable mechanic, adhering to the mission architecture established back at the start. Looking at the Mumbai skyline, the sheer scale of the environment is daunting. It is an expansive, chaotic world, that for a few hours, the team treated it like a series of predictable, algorithmic challenges. Breaking a high-stakes crisis into discrete levels provides a manageable way to look at a problem. It allows an operative to focus on the immediate step, instead of being paralyzed by the weight of the entire situation. By treating the extortion attempt like a multi-stage heist, technogamers navigated a series of physical risks using the same logic he has practiced for years on a screen. He took the rules of a virtual world and found a way to make them work in the real one.